Alright, welcome back, guys. I know the test is actually not too far away. I think this year's test in 2016 is on October 1st, so there's less than a month now. I just would like to tell you guys to go online and go look at the two tests that the College Board has updated. I think it's actually together with Khan Academy, and there's practice test number 5 and 6, which somebody told me are actually May tests from a couple months ago. So go check it out, download it, and do it yourself. In this video, I'm just going to talk about certain basic errors that it seems to College Board really wants you to know. Alright, so in this one's really simple. This is actually from the writing section of that test, so go there and download it. And it's only first couple questions in, and right away they give you this type of writing question. So look at it. It says the plastic hardens quickly. Now, first of all, you should notice right away that this is already an independent clause. Independent clause meaning it's already a sentence, right? And then they put comma over here. It allows the printer to build the layers of the final model. That is actually another sentence, right? Except they put a comma over here to combine another sentence with another sentence over here. And what is that known as? You already know this error is called a comma splice, right? Whoa, that's actually spread out. It's called a comma splice, and you've seen this on the older SATs or even on the ACTs. This type of question comes out. It's out everywhere, and I do think it is a big problem. So I'm glad that College Board is really trying to catch this and help students fix this grammar error before they get to college. In any case, so how can you fix it? So sentence structure right now is independent clause, comma, independent clause, which you know is wrong. Right? So which one of these fixes that error? So it can't be A. We can't just leave it alone. What about B? B says this allows the printer to build layers of the final model. Well, what's wrong with that? Can you have a sentence that's like, oh, this is great? Yeah, that's another sentence. So it can't be B. What about C? Which? Right? Well, this one looks good because which is a relative pronoun. Right? Relative pronoun means you have to refer to something before that's related, right? So you can't have a sentence that says which is great. What is great, right? We don't know. So it has to have some kind of an antecedent. So it has to have a reference, and the reference in this case is the plastic. What about D? D says that allows. That is also, it could be used as the subject in this case. That allows, right? That allows this to happen. That's why the correct answer to this question is C, because it's the only one that goes away from this independent clause, comma, independent clause. Alright, so now let's look at another one. This one over here, question number 6 says, so let's just refer down. I'm only going to go over some of the grammar questions, the most basic ones, so you could at least learn these really quickly before you take the test. Because some of the other ones, it's actually a lot more reading than writing. In any case, so this part over here in number 6, I'm on sentence 4. It says, in the past, such research was limited by the weight, right? The weight and bulk of the fossils, right? As well as its preciousness and fragility. Okay, so they're asking you about this part over here. It's. Now, I know I slowed down a bit, so you guys could actually probably surmise the answer, but it can't be no change because it's is referring to what? A singular thing, right? So, could it be it is? No. I know this is very new. I mean, obviously the new SAT writing has changed a little bit. I think it actually gotten easier, minus the reading part. They actually ask you things like it's and it's as in this way, which means it is, and in this case it's not B, right? You're not, as well as it is preciousness and fragility. Right? This is actually from the ACT. ACT is actually really great practice. If you guys are lost for material, go online, and I think if you type in like crack SAT, they give you a lot of material like this. What about, since the antecedent is over here, is they're referring to fossils, and fossils over here are plural, so it has to be C or D, right? Except these are homonyms. Homonyms meaning what? They sound the same, but actually means different things. So is it there or there? Which one? Which one is actually talking about possession, right? Answer C, because this there means what? Their fossils, as in, hey, it's theirs. As opposed to this there D, it says, oh, it's over there, right? You're saying we're kind of giving some kind of location. I know this may be a little bit obvious, but kids miss this because they don't realize that antecedent or the previous reference word was fossils, right? So the answer must be C. Okay, so let's look at one more easy question, and this one's quite easy too. And the whole point of these questions that I'm putting together is just things that you could catch really easily. I don't think it requires much effort. Alright, all you have to do is be aware of it, and then hopefully you can raise your score. Right? So let's look at this. In question 11, it says examining the model. Who is examining the model? This is actually known as a modifier, and it's always modifying the thing right next to it. Right? So examining the model. Who's examining? Researchers. Always check for that. If it's singular or plural, determine that one. Right away, this is wrong because one is singular and researchers are plural. Plus, this is what's known as, pronoun shift. Well, they didn't actually shift the pronoun, but if you have one, you should complete the sentence with one, right? One should not do this if one wants to do that, right? And in this case, it doesn't match. It's researchers. So it has to be some kind of plural form. And we can't have A because we're leaving that as is, and I just told you why. He or she, he, one, or she, also one, so it can't be the answer. So it has to be C or D. And it is singular, so that's wrong. So the answer must be C. So this is a really easy error.